All right, y'all. So look, I've been seeing everything for the past 48 hours. You know, I know what happened. I know Luka's gone. I know we got AD. But I'm here to say, people, it's really not that big of a deal. And everybody been telling me, "Oh, Malik, you tripping." I had Sam in the DMs telling me I was tripping, going crazy, because I felt this way about the trade. And I'm going to talk my shit from this perspective, from a Mavericks fan. I've been a Mavericks fan, a Dallas Mavericks fan since 2005. This is 20 years going on me being a Mavericks fan. I know, if not everything, most of what's going on with this organization. Okay? Nothing we do surprises me. Nothing. So I'll say it like this. Everybody's upset that we traded Luka for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round draft pick. Okay? Now, y'all have to understand, I love Luka to death. Luka's a great scorer. But I've heard from the front office, from other people around the organization, this guy's a defensive liability. You know, he doesn't try as hard. Yeah, he can put the ball in the basket, but it comes at a price. And that price, not playing defense, hurt majority of the year, whoop-de-woo, yada yada. So, honestly, as a realistic sports fan, I saw this coming. And I've told a good bit of people that I saw this coming. So none of this really surprises me. My whole thing is, y'all got to understand, Luka is a 5-time All-NBA player, 5-time All-Star. We were due to pay him the Supermax contract. A Supermax contract is 5 years. 5 years at the most money you can pay him. So we were going to pay him $70 million for a 5-year deal. Y'all do the math. That's $350 million. Okay? I don't have a checkbook. I'm not writing the checks. You know, Mark Cuban said if it was up to him to keep Luka or divorce his wife, he'd be at the lawyer office right now signing papers. Mark Cuban doesn't make the decisions for us anymore. That's what happened a couple years ago when he sold his stake in the Mavericks. He's still involved, but he's not making decisions. That's Nico Harrison, Michael Finley. That's the front office. I forgot the other guy's name. But yes, yo, Anthony Davis, I love Anthony Davis. He's a defender, all-NBA player, all-star. AD has won a championship. You know, we got to the finals last year. And what happened in game 3? We down 2-0. I'm thinking this is a great time for us to, you know, make it a series, make it a 2-1 lead. Luka has 4 fouls. He jumps in front of Jaylen Brown knowing he doesn't have set position. Gets called for a blocking foul. Puts him at 5 fouls with more than 6 minutes to go in the game. You're our best player. So as a coach, what I got to do? I got to sit you down. I got to. And you turn to the bench and you say you better fucking challenge it? That's what you tell a bench? Knowing that you're wrong? Knowing that you're wrong in that situation? Like I say, I love Luka. It's been times where I felt like he's complained to the refs too much. You know, he after he goes and shoots a shot, he felt like he got fouled. He's going to yell at the refs, complain. And then what's going to happen? He's talking to the refs while it's a 4-on-5 going the other way. It happens a lot. Like I said, I'm not here to justify the trade. I'm just speaking out on what makes sense to me. I'm just speaking on what makes sense to me as a Mavericks fan. And when I say that, I only know 2 Mavericks fans. My boy Chris Adams, who I went to Xavier with, who's from Dallas, and my boy Nick, who I met at the Dallas Mavericks game, who's from Dallas. Those are the only 2 Mavericks fans I've ever met in my life. Everybody else will say, oh, I like Dirk, or, you know, I like Luka, but they weren't really Mavericks fans. Yo, I've been a fan of this team for 20 years. I know exactly what's going on. Whether they didn't want to pay him the money or they just didn't see fit. And those kind of go hand in hand, because if I don't see you as a fit, why would I pay you the money? That's all I really want y'all to understand what this is breaking down to. They didn't see Luka as a long-term fit to win a championship. Our team was more than well enough constructed last year. More than well enough constructed. We just didn't get it done. So what y'all want me to do? What do y'all want the Dallas front office to do? That's all I'm trying to figure out. I really don't understand the argument of where people coming from saying we got fleeced and we got this and we got that. If the front office of Dallas is saying, yeah, you know, we like Luka, but he's this, and that, don't y'all think other teams see it? I mean, yeah, other teams could be desperate. Okay, Charlotte Hornets want Luka. Let's say that. Who the hell we going to get from Charlotte to replace Luka? LaMelo Ball? We already got a ball-dominant guard. We got Kyrie Irving already. Why would I get another ball-dominant guard who doesn't really care to play defense? Why? My mama always told me, son, don't rob Peter to pay Paul. That's what we'd be doing if we would take some of these other teams in and see what they got, what assets they got, trade values, and you know, pick swap. No, man, forget all that. Forget it. It happened. Luka's a Laker now. AD's a Maverick. It is what it is. But all I'm saying in good faith as a Mavs fan, I'm not going to say I saw it coming this quick and at this trade deadline in this season. But the Mavericks would have had to pay Luka this offseason. They would have had to pay that $350 million this offseason. So, I mean, hey, why not get it done? Good business move, but I don't know. We'll see what's to happen. But like I said, I like AD. I've always liked AD when he was a Pelican. I went to Pelicans games when AD was dropping 36 and 15, and they was getting blew up by 20. You know, I've been around, so I know exactly what we're getting. I know exactly how AD can fit into this offense, but we're just going to have to see. I'm not going to sit here and push the blame and point fingers and say, oh, Nico did this, or J. Kidd didn't even know about the trade. He didn't know about the trade. Luka didn't know about the trade until it happened. Until it happened or until it was very close to happening. That's the way the game goes. But this is a blockbuster trade. You got all-star for all-star. It happens sometimes. It happens. So all I'm saying, from the Malachi, from a lifelong Mavs fan, it is what it is. Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker. I love Luka. Great memories. I got merchandise, jerseys, all of that from Luka. But I knew long term, the team probably didn't want that. And what's crazy, if you go back and read tweets around the times we was in the playoffs, a lot of Mavs fans were bitching and moaning and complaining about Luka. Oh, he's taking bad shots. He's selfish. He doesn't play defense. But like I said, after time goes by, it seems like they forget about that. And that's what's crazy. That's absurd to me. And being from Louisiana and living in Louisiana, you know who I saw this same thing with, folks? Drew Brees. Drew Brees' last 2 years in New Orleans, Drew Brees he'd have more good games than bad. Way more good games than bad. But you still have folks in the comments on podcasts, noodle arm, Drew ain't got it no more. He needs to hang it up. It's time for him to go. Okay. Drew hung it up. It was time for him to go. Now what? Every single post Drew makes on Instagram, Twitter, what you got? Comment, Drew, come back. All in the comments, Drew, come back. We need you. Oh, my God, Drew, just one more year. No. Y'all called him noodle on back then. Y'all said he wasn't no good. Y'all didn't want him. Now you see the product that you got out there. You see it's not up to par. It's not up to your standard. Now you complaining. Now you bitching and moaning. I don't want to hear it. You know, like I said, I only know 2 Mavericks fans for real. But a lot of the people who've reached out to me about this, I will say, they are basketball minded. They have basketball IQ. I've played basketball with some of these people. I've talked basketball with the other half. But folks, it is what it is. You know, $370 million is a lot of money. That's close to $500,000. More than $250,000. That's a lot of money. So hey, we didn't pay Luka. Hey, it is what it is, folks. They didn't see something. I don't know. I see greatness spurts from Luka. I see him drop 40, 50. I see him hit game winners. I see him do this and that. But it's nothing. It was nothing that would have got us over that plateau. Nothing. I mean, it's too much for him. It's too much. Because when Luka's tired at the end of the game and he's gassed, he's settling for bad shots. He's making lazy reads. He's turning the ball over, and he's definitely not defending. Definitely not defending. So I really don't know what y'all expected. I really don't. I'm sorry if I seemed like I was talking in circles or rambling, but I wanted to make sure each one of my points got across. But I'm here to tell y'all, it is what it is. It just is.